Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving into a topic that might be a little controversial, but is incredibly important for our health and well-being. We're talking about alcohol. For years, we've heard mixed messages. A glass of red wine is good for your heart, right? A little drink can help you relax. But what if I told you that the latest science is painting a very different picture? What if the real benefit of alcohol is actually zero? Let's break down the myths and get to the truth behind the buzz. First, let's tackle the biggest myth of them all. The idea that moderate drinking, especially red wine, is good for your heart. This belief came from studies in the 1980s that observed lower rates of heart disease in France, despite a diet high in saturated fat. This was called the French paradox, and red wine was hailed as the hero. The magic ingredient was supposedly resveratrol, an antioxidant found in grape skins. The problem is, those early studies had some major flaws. They often didn't account for other lifestyle factors. For example, moderate drinkers in many studies also tended to have higher incomes, better diets, and exercised more than non-drinkers. It might not have been the wine at all, but their overall healthier lifestyle. More recent and much larger studies have debunked this myth. The World Heart Federation has stated very clearly that no amount of alcohol is good for the heart. In fact, they found that even small amounts of alcohol can increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, including coronary disease, stroke, heart failure, and high blood pressure. The idea that red wine is a heart-healthy choice is, unfortunately, a dangerous misconception. To get any meaningful amount of resveratrol, you'd have to drink hundreds of glasses of wine, and at that point, the alcohol damage would far outweigh any potential antioxidant benefit. You're much better off just eating some grapes or blueberries. So, if it's not good for the heart, what about the brain? Many people feel that a drink helps them unwind, de-stress, and even feel more creative or sociable. And in the short term, that can feel true. Alcohol is a depressant, which means it slows down your central nervous system. It reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making and self-control. This is why you might feel less inhibited, more relaxed, and chattier after a drink. It's literally quieting the part of your brain that worries. But this is a short-term loan with a high interest rate. That relaxed feeling is temporary, and regular use can actually worsen anxiety and stress over time. Your brain adapts to the presence of alcohol. When the alcohol wears off, your nervous system can go into overdrive, leading to feelings of anxiety, irritability, and what's commonly known as anxiety. It creates a cycle where you feel you need a drink to calm the very anxiety that the alcohol itself is contributing to. And the long-term effects on the brain are even more concerning. Alcohol is a neurotoxin. It can directly damage brain cells. Studies using brain scans have shown that regular drinking, even in moderate amounts, can lead to brain shrinkage. It affects areas responsible for memory and cognitive function. This isn't just about heavy drinking. Research from the University of Oxford found that even consuming what's considered a safe amount of alcohol is associated with a decline in brain health. So that temporary buzz comes at a significant cost to your long-term cognitive wellness. Now let's talk about something many people are focused on: sleep. A nightcap to help you drift off sounds harmless, right? It's true that alcohol can make you feel sleepy and help you fall asleep faster. It does this by increasing adenosine, a chemical in the brain that makes you feel drowsy. However, the quality of that sleep is severely compromised. As your body metabolizes the alcohol during the night, the sedative effect wears off. This disrupts your natural sleep cycles, particularly REM sleep. REM sleep is crucial for memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and learning. When alcohol suppresses it, you might wake up feeling groggy, unrested, and mentally foggy, even if you slept for a full 8 hours. You fall asleep quickly, but you miss out on the most restorative stages of sleep. This can lead to a vicious cycle. You feel tired during the day, so you have a drink at night to help you sleep, which leads to poor sleep, making you even more tired the next day. It's a trap that provides the illusion of help while actively harming your rest. What about cancer? This is the one that really needs our attention. The link between alcohol and cancer is not a maybe. It's a scientific fact. Alcohol is classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. That's the same category as asbestos, tobacco, and radiation. It's not a debate, it's a direct cause of cancer. When you drink alcohol, your body metabolizes it into a chemical called acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is toxic and can damage the DNA in your cells, which can lead to cancerous mutations. It's linked to at least 7 types of cancer, including mouth and throat cancer, esophageal cancer, liver cancer, colon cancer, and breast cancer. And here's the most important part. There is no safe threshold. The risk increases with every single drink. Even 1 drink per day significantly raises the risk for certain cancers, especially breast cancer in women. The marketing of mommy wine culture or rose all day is particularly dangerous because it normalizes a habit that is a known cause of a disease that affects 1 in 8 women. The message from global health organizations is clear. To minimize your cancer risk, the best amount of alcohol to drink is none. Beyond these major areas, alcohol impacts almost every system in your body. It weakens your immune system, making you more susceptible to getting sick. It's terrible for your skin, causing dehydration, inflammation, and premature aging. It can lead to weight gain, not just because of the empty calories in the drinks themselves, but because it lowers your inhibitions and can lead to poor food choices. And let's not forget the liver. Your liver is the primary organ responsible for processing alcohol, and it takes a beating. Even moderate drinking can lead to fatty liver disease, a silent condition that can progress to more serious problems like hepatitis, fibrosis, and cirrhosis. So, where do we get it so wrong? Why is alcohol so deeply embedded in our culture as a normal, even healthy part of life? A huge part of it is marketing. The alcohol industry is a multi-billion-dollar powerhouse that spends enormous amounts of money to associate its products with sophistication, fun, celebration, and relaxation. They sponsor sporting events, concerts, and art exhibits. They create ads showing beautiful, happy people connecting over a drink. This creates a powerful cultural narrative that drinking is essential for a good social life. But what if we challenged that narrative? What if we started to see sobriety not as a lack of something, but as a gain of everything? A gain of better sleep, more energy, a sharper mind, improved mood, better health, and more authentic social connections. Imagine waking up on a Saturday morning with a clear head, full of energy, ready to enjoy your day, instead of feeling sluggish and regretful. Imagine connecting with friends based on genuine conversation and shared interests, not a shared buzz. This isn't about judgment or prohibition. It's about empowerment through information. It's about understanding what you are actually choosing when you choose to have a drink. For decades, the public was misled about the dangers of tobacco. Now, the science on alcohol is catching up and the conclusion is startlingly similar. The safest amount of alcohol for your health is 0. There is no magical health benefit hiding in that bottle. The buzz is borrowed happiness, and the long-term interest rates are just too high for our brains and bodies to pay. So, what can you do? Start by being mindful. Notice how you feel after you drink. Notice how you feel when you don't. Try taking a break for a week or a month and see what changes. You might be surprised by the improvements in your sleep, your energy levels, and your overall mood. If you're concerned about your drinking or someone else's, please know there is support available. Organizations like the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration can provide free, confidential resources. You are not alone and help is always there. The conversation around alcohol is changing. More and more people are becoming sober curious and reevaluating the role alcohol plays in their lives. This movement isn't about all or nothing extremism. It's about conscious choice. It's about choosing health, clarity, and presence over a temporary escape. The truth is, the only benefit of alcohol is the one the industry sold us. The real benefits come when we put the bottle down. Thanks so much for watching today. I know this can be a tough topic, but I believe it's one of the most important conversations we can have about our health. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more content that helps you live your healthiest, happiest life. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video. This video is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician, therapist, or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical or mental health condition. Never disregard professional advice or delay seeking it because of something you have seen or heard in this video. If you are in crisis or feeling unsafe, please contact your local emergency services or a mental health hotline immediately.